I'm gonna go get something to sit on. Oopsies. All right, so I'm Sarah. This is Align with Sarah. This is Midday Meditations. And I love taking time to meditate. I love having this time set aside for meditation class Mondays here in the classroom. And I love this lunchtime resource because I think it is this really nice divide in the day that takes time for me to, on purpose, set this aside to lead, and experience a little bit of a shift in the dynamic of the day. And that is this thing, I want to talk about that for today because this has come up several times in, I'd say, the last week, where I've been talking to people about coming into meditation class. We have this beautiful June class pass for meditation, and it's just $50, and you come. There was 5 altogether for the meditation classes, the full length meditation classes. And saves a bunch of money. It kind of carves out that time Monday morning or Monday evenings for setting aside time to just be with something new, be with the goal that you want to, be with calmness, be with an engagement in stepping away from stress. And very often I hear people say, I have this app, I do 10 minutes at a time, and it seems like, when I have a little bit of time, I can do that and get in my meditation time, like when it's convenient for me. And I think that is absolutely fabulous, like getting something done and a goal for wellness. And I think it's a different engagement level, it's a different approach, it's a different the word that I want is escaping me just a little bit, where I'm fitting this in at my convenience versus I'm letting that activity guide me, structure my day. The valuing, that's the word that I wanted, the worth, what this is worth to me is 1 hour of this time on Monday night, and I'm going to show up for that. Versus I'm not doing anything else, so I guess I'll just I'll just spend time with whatever. And I think, again, I think it's fabulous to incorporate it. I think it's this next level of carving out time specifically for that. And you're arriving for that thing, not consuming that thing when it's important. Whatever it takes to do it, I do encourage you to do it. Meditation any sort of journaling, any sort of engagement with the goal of what you want. Weight loss, financial success, relief from chronic pain. Whenever we're engaging with the thing that we want, it's incredibly valuable. So engaging in this moment like we want to be here, engaging with this moment because we want something different. We want to be with our goal, whatever the goal is. Right now, I have my mind on my top priority, this a financial goal of really shifting the energy in that vibration that I'm keeping. That's what's on my mind. So I'll invite you to take a moment to connect with a goal. We might be deciding right now what that goal is. We might be revisiting something from the beginning of the year, the beginning of the week. What is that goal? What is that thing? What do we want? And we have this time right now, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to sit with this, dream about this, imagine ourselves experiencing this. What are we going to do when we lose that weight? How is it going to make us feel? Financial success. What are we going to do with that? How is it going to make me feel? When we have those moments, we pick out the things that are actually the goal. And we think that the weight loss, the new job, the financial threshold is the goal, but that just gives us permission to feel successful, to feel supported, to feel sexy, attractive, to feel loved, to feel like we're part of the community, supporting local causes financially, or showing up in a new outfit. So in this moment, we're connecting to the things that are beyond the goal. We've given ourselves permission to feel those things. So let's invite them into the mind, our spirit, the body, right now. Imagining that breath in, filling you, filling me, with that sense of relief, accomplishment, how does that make the shoulders feel? How does that make the chest feel, the heart? When we're standing on that podium, receiving that applause, Everyone's so proud of us. We're so proud of us. What does the body feel like? Invite that into the body. Strong and celebrated and not afraid of being seen or the struggle. Feeling those emotions now, engaging with that story of success. The mind, the body, the spirit can find that alignment to create that vibration to attract that accomplishment. That is the deep meaning of that law of attraction, or even fake it till you make it, where we're putting ourselves as our future self. Figuring out what those little, like those background pieces that create the experience, that's what we really want. And when we start vibrating, when we start having that vibe of success, appreciation, it requires us to let go of frustration, the struggle, complaining, blaming. Having these moments to reconnect to what we want. Starts setting us up for opportunity, success. In every moment, we're either engaging in opportunity or complaining about the problem. Even when we're engaged in what is the struggle, what's not working, we can complain about that, or we can say, well, I need to stop doing that. I need to change maybe this part of my effort. I can only control my effort, not everybody else's. Do I need a new company? Do I need a support group? Do I need a public commitment? Do I need a new activity? Do I need to switch the time of day? Engaging in opportunity for success. So we can feel those emotions, so we can have that experience of what it is we want. So there might be lots of thoughts in your mind. We're just being open to this moment. Maybe think about a feeling. Think about a color. Think about just the breath. And know that when we stop trying to fiddle with every piece of all of the outside things, and we come to our inside world, we can recognize that this inside world is actually what is projecting and creating my outside world. We're going to take 2 minutes here in silence in this moment. And I'm going to count those 2 minutes using my breath. 6 breath cycles is about 1 minute. I'm going to do that twice. And I'll come back and check in. At the end of counting those breaths, I'm imagining this, little bit of a new focus of that projector inside of me. What that story is that doesn't work, how that's a little bit different. I'm different. Hopefully you feel a little bit different. I see a few comments here. What is this about? I'm not trying to be rude. Hello. So we have a few. I guess there are people that are not subscribers. So this channel, Align with Sarah, is about finding micro commitments in a wellness practice that feel attainable, that feel realistic, because at the end of the day, when we have that feeling, we tend to show up and we tend to do those things. So 1 minute of meditation, 5 minutes of meditation, a little bit of mindfulness, a little bit of awareness. On my website, I have some downloadable things, free products, pick your own price products. Everything that has a fixed price is very reasonable. They help support practice of journaling or setting an intention for the day. They are, or even actually guided journals that help with exploring what the problem is and figuring out maybe why it's stuck in there, or the background story of where it came from. And these are limiting beliefs that show up in our life as chronic pain of any kind. Physical pain of the body, mental struggles, emotional, being stuck in an emotion that's negative. So those are all available at alignwithsarah.com. Of course, I work one-on-one with people. I offer classes in the classroom. I do regular meditation classes Monday nights. That's available Zoom, or it's available to be here in the classroom. And like I mentioned at the beginning, there is a class pass for the month of June that's available for purchase online. And again, it's for Zoom or in person. So you need to set time aside for our time together, but you don't even need to come to the classroom. You don't have to be close to Owego, New York. And it's a great resource. It's a great time. And it also helps take away the stigma of, I can't do meditation, I can't sit that long, I can't not move, I can't whatever. And so meditation time with me, you are allowed to fidget, you are allowed to move, you are allowed to lay down, you are allowed to, we actually do a standing meditation to begin. You are allowed to do whatever you need to do to listen to what your body's trying to tell you. And many times that helps us move into stillness, which is a great experience. So there is that class. I also do a once a month women's health series, which is again in the classroom, but it's available for Zoom. That content is being put together for an online class, which is another resource that would be accessible on your time and affordable and attainable, micro commitments. And my focus is also on, you have everything you need to do whatever it is you want to do. Meditate. I am here in my office attire because I have another webinar here in an hour, or in maybe a half hour or so. I have jeans on. I am sitting on the floor. A lot of times I sit on the seat. You don't need fancy clothes. You don't need fancy equipment. You need you, and you need your equipment to just show up and try. So let's see. I don't know that there's any more comments. I can't really scroll, so I imagine that that's it. Hopefully, the people that have these comments, hopefully they can understand a little bit more about what the channel's like, what the work is that I offer. And I should also talk about the lunchtime resources before I go. This meditation time is part of lunchtime resources, where I offer something every Wednesday around lunchtime. And it is affordable, it is accessible, it is realistic for you to take time out of your day to do that, because it's a short derived, a short derived effort for things like meditation, tapping. I do lunchtime massage, group Reiki. We now have Michelle coming in to do the tarot card pulls. It's $5. It's so fun. So things are donation, and the most expensive as part of the lunchtime resources is $20, and that's the massage time. So please, the whole schedule is available on the website. I do eventually post things on Facebook. Social media is not anything that's conducive to my positive mindset, and it doesn't feel like it's part of my life. So that's not the best way to connect with me. The website Align with Sarah is a great way. Reach out, join the email list. You can do that on the website. And that's a great way to keep up with events. Okay, well, thanks so much for being here. I'm so glad to have an audience, and I hope this feels helpful. Please comment or reach out to me and let me know what you might have noticed about your goal, what permission you are using for your goal to connect you to this emotion and the actual thing that you want, the outcome of acceptance or personal pride or self-love, self-worth, self-value. Sometimes those goals, financial, relationship, career, even chronic pain in the body, can be this window into this internal pain that we're dealing with that would be much better if we had some self-love in the mix, or all those positive things I just mentioned. All right, I'm off to my next adventure. I hope you all have a fabulous day, and I will see you next week for group Reiki, group healing session here live streamed. Also here in the classroom if you want to join in person. This is in Owego, New York. All right, I will talk to you again really soon. Thanks again for being here. Bye.